Good morning. Welcome again to Morning Devotions. Thank you again for our time together. Please don't forget, tomorrow night, East Campus, I'll be preaching the Revival Night series on joy, the restoration of joy to the people of God. Joy is a choice. But right now, I want us to come back to the book of Acts chapter 22, verse 21. Paul is working on his sermon, standing before the people who had just been trying to beat him to death. And he said, "But the Lord said to me, go, I will send you far away to the Gentiles." The crowd listened, and Paul said that word. What word? Gentiles. Then they began to shout, and immediately the mob grew again. It is amazing how one word can trigger so much pent-up emotions and violence and anger within inside people's hearts. And really, that's called prejudice. When I was a young man, it was interesting how people could use one word and trigger a tsunami of emotions from people's hearts. You and I have got to learn to be people that don't have triggers in life. We're Christians. Let me say that again. As a Christian, we should not have prejudice triggers in life, that if people say a certain word to it, it triggers us and we stop being logical and we start being emotional. As Christians, we just have to learn. When I was a young man, I was preaching down in a place called Cabrini Green. It's a really bad area of downtown Chicago. And there were two of my friends with me, and we went down together, and they used to call us the Oreo Trio, because two dark sides and a white side in the middle, the Oreo Trio. Now, when I would go down there to preach and things in the black community, there would be people who would call me cracker. There were people who said all kinds of things about me. But you know, if you don't have triggers, you can stay logical and you can help people. If you don't have triggers, you can learn truth. Paul was trying to give these people truth. But the prejudice triggers in their lives closed their minds. Their emotions began to flood and their brains turned off. You've often heard me say that when emotions begin, logic ends.